Are you struggling with async and await in your ASP.NET Webforms application? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into some common questions and best practices to help you master this powerful functionality. I completely understand how confusing async and await can be, especially when you're new to it. Many developers face similar challenges, and it's perfectly normal to have questions. Let's look at the specific questions that have come up. One user asked about the page load event and why their async method is invoked after the pre-render event, even when they try to execute it immediately. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. The issue here often stems from how the ASP.NET page lifecycle works. When you register an async method, it typically waits until the pre-render event to execute. But there are ways to work around this, and we'll discuss those shortly. And stay tuned. We have some great tips at the end that will help you optimize your async methods and improve your application's performance. To address the issue with the page load event, the user should ensure that the async method is registered correctly. The user can do this by using the page register async task method, which allows the async method to be executed immediately. Next, regarding control events, the user can choose between registering async methods using the page register async task method or using the async void signature. However, it's generally recommended to avoid async void methods due to potential issues with error handling. Now let's discuss the use of configure await. The user should understand that using configure await with false can improve performance by not capturing the synchronization context. However, if the user is able to manipulate GUI elements without issues, it may indicate that the context is still being captured. Finally, the user should consider the impact of using third-party libraries, such as Telerik's Ajax functionality. These libraries may influence how async methods behave, especially regarding context and event handling. Fun fact: did you know that the concept of asynchronous programming dates back to the early days of computing? It's fascinating how far we've come. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach suggests that ASP.NET Webforms has its own asynchronous execution engine. It's important to refer to the official documentation for guidance. When handling events, you typically want to return to the current synchronization context. Therefore, avoid using configure await false in your event handlers like button one click. Instead, use it within the asynchronous method, some async method. Let's move forward and look at another answer. An alternative approach for ASP.NET Webforms with async and await involves a few key steps. First, declare your ASPX page with specific attributes to enable asynchronous processing. Then, create a method that handles your asynchronous logic. Finally, start this method in a new background thread to ensure it runs independently. Here's a pro tip: always test your async methods thoroughly. This will help you catch any unexpected behavior early on and ensure a smoother user experience. And there you have it. With these tips, you should feel more confident using async and await in your ASP.NET Webforms application. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more insights and tips.